Hello, folks. I don't know if this is working, but let me know. Oh, good Lord. Oh, what a day. What a day, folks. Let's see. Just give me a quick thumbs up in the chat. Let me know if you can hear me and you can see me. Been having a hell of a day trying to reconfigure everything. It's been a challenge to say to say the least, and it's trying my nerves in a big way. And I'm a pretty mellow guy, as you know, and I'm like, okay, this is getting ridiculous. All right, you see me loud and clear. Awesome. Oh my God. All right, so we're a few minutes late here, obviously, so I'm going to skip the first part of this, like the playing part. Anyway, maybe I'll play something later, if we have time. I do have a few things to go over tonight, and it's great to see everybody. Let's go into chat real quick. See, thanks for hanging in there with me because it was like crazy. I had to reformat this whole computer today, and the problem started last Wednesday night. I did a photo shoot, and I came back in here and in the studio, and I was going to edit the photos and get some work done, and then all of a sudden the computer started to act all kind of weird and things weren't loading, and it just went downhill from there. So what I had to do was just reinstall stuff. I had a backup of everything, and I brought it back in, and on Friday I got everything back up and running, and I thought everything was cool, but on the weekend it started acting up again because I just took a backup that was probably corrupted anyway, and it got me working for a day or whatever, and then the bugs started to come back. So what I had to do today is completely wipe the computer from scratch, start from, nothing on it, and just start reinstalling stuff and putting all my settings, and obviously that affects everything when you do that, including your live stream setups and all your audio setups and your graphics. And it was one of those days. But anyway, Zach Thong, how are you? First guy in. Nice to see you. Joe Hervey 84. How are you, Joe? I was going to jam something for Joe. I might still do it. I always bug Joe about, doing some metal on the show. And I usually do a lot of rock and blues stuff, but I don't dive into the metal too much anymore. But I had planned to do that tonight. If I have time, Joe, I will definitely do that for you today. Let's hope. Because I think I need to play some metal at this point to get some of this aggravation out of my body. Ben Coombs, how are you? Nice to see you, brother. Alex Radford's in the house. Bam Ozzy, nice to see you. Staying up late to watch, I see. Thank you. That's much appreciated. Brad Miller, listening on the way home. All right, drive safe. Bearded Blue Dude, how's it going? Just go down a little bit further here. Make sure I get everybody in. We'll do this quickly. Music Gear Network. Eric, how are you? Nice to see you. Janice, how is it going, Janice? Janice Lala's in the house. Denny Allen's in the house. How are you? Is having multiple passions legal? It definitely is. Yeah, that's the title of the show today. It's having multiple passions in your life. As far as it can be anything from hobbies to things that you are passionate about, and how you go about living that passion, and making sure you have time for all these things that you're interested in to give you a full and balanced lifestyle, right? But we'll get into that a little bit more as we get into the show here, and I've got some stuff to show you there as well. Dr. Guitars, that's Dave. How are you, Dave? I see you changed the name and the logo, which looks really cool. Nice to see. I really like the new look. That's awesome. Quentin James. Oh, Quentin, I have words for you, but I'm not going to use them right now because it's probably not good. And this is a side note. Quentin keeps tagging me in his post when he's getting like medical procedures and needles and so forth, and he knows how much I love that. And today on Nocturnal's Butterfly and Ladybug show, he was on there and they showed it, and I closed the stream and I kind of had it on the side or whatever. I didn't watch the part, but I just can't watch that. And then today I get on Facebook and I'm just scrolling through my feed, and one of the first things I see is that, and I didn't watch it, but I just saw the image of the needle, and I'm like, oh my God. Stop doing that, Quentin. You're driving me nuts. And it wasn't a good day to do it either. Let's see. If you have any questions for me as well, put it. Just tag me in the chat. I'll see them a lot easier because there's a lot of stuff going on here, and I want to make sure that I address everybody. Okay, so I think we're pretty much at the bottom here. Scott Connor, Todd Flowers, how are you? If I miss anybody, Jasco Plumbing, how are you, buddy? Nice to see everybody in here. Butterfly and Ladybug, there you are. That was a great show today. I really enjoyed it, other than the Quentin James part. I wasn't a big fan of that, but hey, whatever. It happens. Stephen S., how's it going? Welcome. CN8800, that's a new name. Welcome to the show. Hope you're doing well. All right, so let's go to, we'll go right to the news, and then we'll talk about tonight's subject. And if we have time, I'll do the song that I wanted to do for Joe Hervey. And yeah, hope that should bring us close to 8, and we'll be right in time for Ben's show. Dale Palmer, how's it going, brother? And let's see, let me just make sure I don't click something and destroy this whole setup again, because it's been, like I said, a challenging day. So if I go here, so let me run the news. Where's my news clip again? Oh, there it is. There we go. All right, let me try this. Cool. All right, so there's our little news graph. At least that still works. Yeah, okay, so let me see if I can switch over to this screen. So yeah, we have, is Will in here? Will should be in here because this is news that he's probably going to want to hear all about. Let me put this graphic down so we can see more of the screen. It's Gene Simmons' 70th birthday, and he's still going strong. It looks like he was actually playing a show on his birthday, I believe, in New York or something. So Gene, as everybody knows, founded KISS in '73 with his buddy Paul, and they've been at it for 46 years, and they're still going strong. Now, love him or hate him, Gene has his definitely his fans and and haters. Let's put it that way. But I think we've got to give him a nod for what he's been able to achieve in his lifetime. Pretty genius guy as far as when it comes to marketing, and I think that's something in itself for a band, if you're able to do what they've done and create the buzz that they did early on in their career. I know that not everybody's into their music, and I'm more into the early KISS stuff, obviously, and anything past 82, 83, I'm not I still listen to it and I still checked it out, but I was never a huge fan of that era moving forward. But I got to give him props. KISS was one of the first bands I got into as a kid that kind of intrigued me to look into getting into music, and it was kind of all that fantasy stuff that they had going on with the makeup and the characters, and as a kid that draws you in, right? So yeah, 70 years old. I hope that we can all be as as active as Gene is when we're 70, right? That's what I hope anyway. As we get older, you never know what happens, but he's been quite fortunate to have the life that he had, and I'm sure that he appreciates it every day. So happy birthday to Gene Simmons. Everybody say happy birthday, and no haters. Yeah, Music Network says I'm back for a few perfect time KISS. Yeah, we're right on time for KISS, brother. On another note, this is more of a sadder story, and kind of leads into what we're going to be talking about in Living Your Passion and life to the fullest and so forth. This happened. Eddie Money revealed that he has stage 4 esophageal cancer diagnosed. I think it's right over where his stomach is, like just above his stomach or something like that. And he just went in for a checkup, and they looked in and they diagnosed him with stage 4, and I think it spread to his liver. which is not good news. And yeah, that's sad. It really is. Like he says here in a quote, I thought I was going to get a checkup, and they told me I got cancer. So yeah, he's going through some tough time. Does it say? I can't remember how old Eddie Money is. He's up there. Doesn't say in this article here how old he is. I don't see it. No, it just says that. But one of the things he said that it kind of draws into our topic tonight, as far as having multiple passions, living life to the fullest, and so forth, is not everybody dies from cancer like they did in the 50s and 60s. Am I going to live a long time? He says. Who knows? It's in God's hands. But you know what? I take every day I can get. Every day above ground is a good day. So he's taking advantage of every day that he gets up and he's able to do what he'd like to do in his life to the fullest, and he's going to carry on because, like he said, he doesn't know what day will be his last. And obviously, when you get diagnosed with something like that, the chances are, not great that you're going to go too far. So I think that that's something that we all have to keep in mind. It doesn't matter how old you are or what stage of life you're in. If you get something diagnosed or something happens in your life that was unexpected, and you have regrets, let's say, of not having done things before it was too late and so forth, I think that that's a good message to keep in mind, that don't take anything for granted, I guess, is the real key message here, because you never know. And so yeah, that's pretty sad. I didn't want to bring everybody into a downer, but I thought it was an important piece of news. And like I said, it segues into this subject a little bit, as far as having multiple passions and living your life to the fullest. So let's get back here. There we go. So that's that. So yeah, and the passion thing, as you know, I have guitar and music is a huge passion of mine, and has been for the last couple of years now, to a great extent, a lot more than it was before. And when I was into music, as most of you know now, that I was a bass player in a band called SMEER, and I did that for many years. But in 2007, when we broke up and everything, I really disconnected from it. So for a good 10 years, I wasn't even interested in even picking up an instrument or anything like that, and not even going to concerts or anything. So getting back into it is a huge thing for me, and it's been part of my life. And having taken that break really reaffirmed that I really love it, and that I want to pursue it further, and I want to keep doing it. And coming back as a guitar player, it's allowed me to learn a lot of new things and be reinvigorated again into producing and writing and so forth. But I do have, during that 10-year break, I got into what turned out to be my career as we speak, and that's photography and videography. And that's a huge passion of mine as well. And it's fortunate that I'm able to turn that passion into a full-time career. And I think that's important to, not everybody's able to do that, and I understand that, but it's a great goal to have if you can, do something you love, whether you do it for a living or do it often and really enjoy it. I think it's great to have in your life. So that's one of my passions, is photography and videography. And I think having taken that break from music allowed me to really focus in the time to get into that, and to really learn it, and to dive deep, and to learn true technique, and not just the art of taking a picture, but everything that goes with it, and understand the technology behind the equipment that I use and so forth. So that's the other thing. When you get into too many things, a lot of people are interested in a lot of things. It's just, it will divert time away from something else. There's only so many hours in the day, and everybody's got a job and they've got things to pay and so forth. So the time that you do have to allocate to your passions will vary greatly. So I think if you can create some sort of balance and have time to do a little bit of everything, and certain things you're going to have more attention to. Like for me, lately, the last couple of years, I've been focused on guitar playing and writing music more than I have even in the photography world. But the photography world, I do it so much in my everyday to day job that, you know, I'm still able to keep up the skills and keep engaged with that world. So that's one thing. Chicken Guitars, how are you? It's nice to see you in here. Yeah, I wasn't sure I was going to make it for this stream. Obviously, the whole network problem and the computer problem and stuff, so I'm grateful that I was able to get this launch at the last minute. We were 15 minutes in, and I was like, I'm going to have to call this. I don't think it's going to happen, but somebody was looking out, and we got her going. So let me just check this. Okay, Sean Zimmerman's in the house. Awesome. Another passion of mine is, which will lead us to this little video clip that I created for you guys. And I think a lot of you guys know that I'm into motorcycles. And that's something that's been with me ever since I've been, you know, probably 5, 6 years old. I've been on a motorcycle. And it's a huge part of my life. And it's something that I always try to create time, you know, to go do and enjoy. It's something for me that has turned out to be more of a therapy than anything. I really enjoy riding and stuff, but when I'm out there riding, especially the type of riding that I'm doing now, which is just cruising and going to nice country roads and just relaxing and stuff, it really allows me to get out there and you know, think, and it's just really calming for me. And a lot of people think, you know, it's the opposite. Everybody's stressed. You know, you're on a motorcycle, you got to watch everything, and it's dangerous, and you get stressed out about, you know, some people are like that, but I have a different reaction to it. When I get on it, I'm completely relaxed. I am focused, and I'm looking all around. I always know what's happening around me. But it's just natural to me at this point, having done it all my life. But when I'm on it, I'm totally in my zone and very much relaxed and stuff. So what I'd like to do now is I've created a little video clip that will show you. There's a little bit of riding, so kind of relaxing. So just hang in there with it. Sit back, have a drink if you have a drink with you. Enjoy some of the scenery and just put yourself in that position of riding as much as you can. And then obviously there's going to be a little part in the middle where I'll be showing you the bike that I do have currently and going over it a little bit. And so it's about an 8-minute video, so I hope you guys can hang in there. It's pretty relaxing. The riding part is really relaxing, and I think for me, even myself tonight, being so stressed out with all the computer issues that I've been having today and everything, it's going to be a nice diversion. And if I wasn't doing this tonight, I would be on my motorcycle tonight riding just to really, you know, relax and reflect and, you know, disconnect a little bit. So let's go to that. Let me see if I can do this without screwing anything up here. And I go to Media 1. And yeah, so I'll shut my mic off. And you guys hang in there for this video. Todd Flowers, how are you? There we go. All right. Todd Flowers says, I've been riding for 52 years. Oh, nice. It's my first passion, followed by guitar for 46. That's great. That's great. So we're in a similar circumstance, I guess. Anyway, enjoy this little video. Hopefully this works, and we'll come back and we'll carry on with the show. We'll have a little bit more discussion, and you know, we'll see where it goes. Gary Holt, how are you? Charles Green, seeing you guys in here. All right, here we go. Let me shut this mic off. Hi everyone, we're here today in Fremont, Ontario. Beautiful area, it's a beautiful day to be riding. I thought I'd share with you one of my other passions in life. A lot of you guys know me that watch my channel as very much into music and guitars, but one of the biggest passions I have in life is motorcycles, and I've been a motorcycle enthusiast ever since I was just a little boy, and that's carried on until today. And the last 30 years I've been riding Harley-Davidson motorcycles, and this is my current motorcycle. I've just received this one. I bought this one actually just late last year. It's a 2019 Harley-Davidson Road Glide Ultra, and really like it, so I'll give you a quick review of it, or a walk around and show you a little bit close up and give you some more details about it. But anyway, I just wanted to do that, since we always speak about on our channels and stuff that we're into music and what our lifestyle is and everything else, but we all have different passions, and this is another passion of mine, and I wanted to share that with you. So I hope you enjoy the video, and you'll see some clips as well as little riding footage as well that I took earlier, and I'll blend that in the video as well with the rest of the content, and I hope you enjoy it. Have a great day. So this is the 2019 Road Glide Ultra. This is the current bike that I have. I just got this bike late last year at the end of the season. I traded my 2015 Road Glide. It was just a regular Road Glide special. But this is the Road Glide Ultra, and it's a 2019 model. It has different entertainment center type of thing. It has the bigger motor. It's got a 114 cubic inch motor, and I've made some upgrades to the motor. I've added a heavy breather kit, and I've put a stage 3 cam and lifter kit, which gives the bike a lot more power, a lot more torque. Also changed the exhaust system to the Screaming Eagle exhaust system. So as you can see, this bike has a lot more storage if you want to go on trips and stuff. It's got a nice tour pack on it, so you can put all your stuff. I got this version because I decided with the type of riding I do, I just like having more comfort, but I still have a lot of power on tap with that motor, so it works out very well for me. And made a few little cosmetic updates as far as adding a little bit more chrome to the front end, a few things, not a whole lot of stuff, just some of the stuff that I like. I updated the stereo system. I put a 900 watt stereo system, so you've got speakers there with the power amp inside the fairing, speakers down here as well, and then speakers back here that you can't really see because of the, there you can see them down there for a passenger, but I hear them as well. Yeah, so here's a close up from this side. The motor, it's a 114. gives you a little bit of a walk around of the 2019 Road Glide Ultra. Here's my wife's bike. She has a 2015 Street Glide Special. Maybe I'll show you that one real quick. There it is. Beautiful, beautiful bike. And she likes it a lot. There it is. Just a nice quick walk around of her bike. And there you go. There you go. Hope you enjoyed that little video, that little clip. And yeah, so one of the cool things about that video as well is that road that I'm riding on is just 2 kilometers or maybe a mile away from my house. It's just south of here, and it's called Hockley Valley Road, and Hockley Valley Road is considered like in the top 5 roads of Ontario as far as motorcycle riding roads. So I'm very fortunate to, when I moved up this way, I moved up where I am now in 2012, and one of the big attractions to the area was the house and the land that was here, but also being that close to one of the premier motorcycle riding roads in Canada. That was a huge bonus. So yeah, so you got to see part of what that road is all about, and you notice there's a lot of motorcycles on it. That was Sunday. Usually there's even more motorcycles on it. There was a motorcycle show happening not far from there, so a lot of people were there. But yeah, it's great to have that right in your backyard type of thing. So when we go out, for a short ride after dinner or something like that, we'll just hop on that road and do a quick loop, and it's nice to see. It's nice to have there. And yeah. So I hope you enjoyed that. Let's see, where are we here? So if I click on that, all right, that's cool. What time is it? 7:42. If you have any questions, we can do a little bit of Q&A now. If you'd like to do that, that's cool with me. And then what I'll probably end up doing here is playing, I'll try to play that song for Joe Harvey. I don't know if it's going to work. It's been, like I said, it's been a challenging day as far as computer issues and setup issues and all that fun stuff. But I have been really, really digging the R6. As some of you saw last week, I showed everybody the R6 that I was able to acquire about a week and a half ago or so, and it's an amazing guitar. I really love it. I play it all the time. I think it's on par with even my R9. I think between the R9 and the R6, it's hard to pick one or the other. The feel of that guitar is really nice. The weight of it is perfect for me. It's under 9 pounds, so I really like that. And the P90s are just, awesome. Let's see, a Guitar Hack jumped in. How are you? Brian S. Brian S. says, I got hit by a car on a motorcycle when I was 20. Broke the bike in half at the tree. Wow. I lucked out, only got some scrapes and bumps. Helmet saved my butt. Wow, yeah, that's one of the things with anything. I don't associate it just with motorcycles. You can have all kinds of things happen to you as far as when you're out there on the road with other people. It can be in a car, it can be in a bike. Obviously, if you're on a bike, you're a lot more susceptible if somebody hits you to have more damage and so forth. But yeah, you have to be careful and know your surroundings sometimes. But I don't live life like a lot of people say. Well, I have friends, or not friends, like close friends. All my close friends all ride as well. But some people that have said to me, "Oh, I never ride a motorcycle because it's too dangerous and so forth." You know what? I just can't live my life that way. I just, motorcycle is part of who I am, and I really enjoy it. And be it what it may, I just don't let that bother me as far as being scared to get out there and ride and enjoy it. And but you have to be careful. And I mean, some people are comfortable with that, taking that chance, and some aren't. And there's no problem with that. You just do whatever works for you. R2, what's going on, brother? Nice to see you. Guitar Hack, you missed our first news story was Gene Simmons' birthday. We had a birthday party for Gene Simmons in here while you were gone. Oh, you missed it. Gene jumped in, said hi. It was awesome. Phil Mosley Music, how are you? If I didn't say hi to you, I think I missed you earlier. Scott Connor, I did see you. Let's see. I ride a scooter. Chicken guitars. Yeah, nothing wrong with riding a scooter. Nothing wrong with that. I have a couple of friends who ride a trike. Basically, Harley Davidson, different manufacturers produce trikes, but Harley Davidson produces some pretty nice ones now too. And they love it. And it's just because they have, if they have, like they had a hip problem or something, and it's just easier for them to ride a trike. But which is nice that they have options out there now for people who still want to get out there and ride. And, you can do that if that works for you. And then, who knows? If you ever get, I'm sure I'll get to a stage where that bike there is real heavy. It's the heaviest bike Harley makes. It's over 800 pounds. So, but when you're riding it, though, it doesn't feel like 800 pounds. It's very well balanced, so you can corner and do it. I can do anything with that bike. It doesn't matter to me anymore. I'm so used to them. But, picking it up and stuff, you definitely feel the weight of it. It's a big bike, that's for sure. Thanks for the hang ever roll. Yeah, no problem. Black Country Blues. Thanks for jumping in, brother. Gene invented birthdays, just saying. Yeah, he might have. You never know, right? Let's see. What else? Make sure I didn't miss anybody here. Quentin, go make your coffee. And don't post any more weird videos, please. Just saying. I don't drive for everyone's safety, Butterfly and Ladybug Show says. Well, that's probably a good thing then, right? The scooter gets me up to 70. It's scary on a windy day. Yeah. Well, the smaller the bike is, the faster it seems it's going, even though you're not going that fast. It feels like you're going faster. Same thing with a car that's really low to the ground. It doesn't feel like you're going fast, but then you look down and you're going 100 miles an hour before you even realize it. You feel like you're going 50 miles an hour. Let's see. Brian S. says he decided it wasn't fast enough. He got a Ninja 600R. Wow. Yeah. I've had a few sports bikes in my career, in my motorcycle lifetime. I wrecked one too. I am not going to lie. When I was 17 years old, I had a Honda Interceptor 750, which is a sport bike, and just going too fast, doing cornering, hit some gravel, and off I went. Scared the hell out of my mom, and she was all worried. My dad said, just, be more careful, and basically got the bike. The bike was totaled, but I think we got a little bit of insurance money for it, not much. And then I just went out and bought a faster one. My mom was just shaking her head. Like, I love my mom because she was always, with everything that I got into growing up, she was always supportive. I mean, as hard as that must have been for her to see her son having wrecked that bike, having gone to the hospital in an ambulance, and having the ambulance or the hospital call her to come and get me or whatever. She gets into the hospital, and there I am. I think I broke my wrist or something. Nothing serious, but it was scary for her to get a call from the hospital to say your son's in the hospital, just had a motorcycle crash. And as scary as that stuff was, to then like 6 months later, with my ideal of saying, well, I'm going to get a new one now because that one's gone and it's wrecked. So, and she didn't say no. She just said, well, it's your life and I'm not going to stop you, but just be careful. And she was always supportive, and she was always supportive when I got into music and being young, in a rock band, playing bars and clubs and partying and all that stuff. She always supported me. A lot of my friends had a lot more strict parents, and I wouldn't say my parents weren't strict. They always had rules that I had to follow, and I if I stepped out of line, I would definitely hear about it. But as far as supporting what I wanted to do in life and what I was doing as a kid, it was pretty liberal of them, to think that way. So I'm very fortunate to have had that type of upbringing, and I think it stayed with me to this day, where I just live my life to the fullest as much as I can, and enjoy it and never take anything for granted. So that's a little side story about the sport bike. But I did have a few more sports bike after that. But I've been riding primarily Harley Davidsons since 1991. 91, my dad passed away, and he had a Harley Davidson, and he had left it to me, and that's when I started riding Harley Davidsons. Because before that, in my teens or whatever, I was always riding like sport bikes and Hondas and Yamahas and that sort of thing. So yeah, that's how that went. Let's see. I'm just looking at the chat here, folks. I laid my Ninja down, but I was only doing 20 loose gravel parking lot. Yeah, loose gravel is kind of the thing you have to really be careful with, because on a motorcycle, depending on the angle you're at, or how that gravel is laid out on the road or something, you never know, right? So you have to be careful. I'm always on the lookout for all that stuff, but you gotta just be careful. Two kinds of motorcycle riders, those that have been down and those that will be. Yeah, absolutely, right? And I've had my share I've had dirt bikes, a lot of dirt bikes. I used to race motocross, so I've had my share of injuries, let's put it that way, when it comes to motorcycles. But, again, just doing my thing. Let's see. And the other thing, with my mom being so supportive and everything, I'm fortunate to have met somebody in my life that is very supportive of me. My wife is very, very supportive of me, and I'm happy that she got into motorcycle riding after when she met me, she wasn't into motorcycles, or, she liked them, but she never rode one, or anything like that. And about 5 years into our relationship, I said, is this something you'd like to try? Would you like to try to ride one? She was very scared and really didn't know if she would do that or not. So I got her enrolled in a weekend course they have here at Humber College. It's a kind of little motorcycle training thing, and they provide the motorcycle and everything else, right? So she went out, and I said, listen, you have nothing to lose. Just go try it. If you don't like it, you don't like it. If you like it, hey, there you go. And she went, and as soon as she came back from that weekend, she was in love with it. And we got her a small 500cc bike, and she rode that for maybe 2-3 months, and she wanted to go and get the big Harley. So she got used to it right away, and she's been riding ever since. So I think 2006 is when she started riding. And so I'm very fortunate to have somebody in my life that shares some of the same passions that I do. She's not a guitar player or musician in any way, so that part she's kind of disconnected as far as what I do, but she supports me 100%, whatever I want to do, which is something that's very, very important to me. And I like that she likes some of the stuff that I do as far as the motorcycle goes, because it's something we get to do together and enjoy a lot of trips and, get to see some stuff. And, that type of thing is really cool. I raced MX for 7 years. Oh, wow, Todd. Yeah, Todd Flowers. I think we do have a lot in common. Yeah, I raced MX for all of my teen years. I started, I think, at 10 or 11 years old, I think is when I started. And I went up to, I think I stopped around 18 years old or around that age. I was really into music. That kind of took over everything, and I kind of had to pull away from the motocross stuff, because the motocross is quite involved, especially when you get into racing every weekend, and you're doing a lot of work with sponsors and so forth. So, but I love it. I still love it to this day. It's probably it is my favorite sport. Motocross racing and hockey, I think, would be my two favorite sports. And I try to get out and see racing, and I tried to get back into it a few years ago. I was 2004, 2005, whatever, I bought a Suzuki RMZ 450, and I thought, hey, maybe I can still do this or whatever. And I went out, ran on a few tracks and stuff, and I was getting a little bit better every time I went out there. And then I got a little too cocky one day, and I tried some stuff that I shouldn't have been trying, and took a pretty bad flip. And I think that's what I have a pinched nerve in my neck, and that's ever since then, I think that's what caused it, because I took a jump, and when I landed, I didn't land it properly, and I took a pretty bad fall. And I wasn't recovering like I was when I was 20 years old. In your 40s, you don't recover as fast. So I kind of said, okay, enough of the motocross, sold it a few weeks later, and I'll just stick with the Harley. Let's see. All right, so we've got 5 minutes, and I promised Joe Hervey I would try this. So what do you say? We try this, and then we'll call it an evening. All right? All I can do is try. This is trying to play some metal for Joe Hervey, which I promise every time, every week, I say, okay, we'll do it next week. We'll do it next week. And so I figure, if we're going to do it, might as well do it now. I'm just going to do half the song. I'm not going to do the full song, because I think this song is like 7 minutes. So I'll just do till the first break. Let me see if I can. So I'll move the mic over here. All right. Just bear with me. Let's switch this camera. Do that. Screen. All right, here goes nothing. You know what they say. Might as well try it. And we're gonna do this with an R6. Let me just bring up the chat here on my iPad. See if I can. All right, let's see if this thing's. An R6 with P90s, and we're going to play some metal. All right, I think that works. Let me shut the mic and shut my yapper and try to jam this thing. There you go. That's enough of that, right? So, hey, at least I did it. I promised Joe I would try it. So there you go. Yeah. All right. All right. Let me turn around and we'll say bye to everybody. Oh my God, this mic is so screwed up. Okay. Let's get this perfectly. Here we go. Let's switch the camera angle to say bye. There we go. Oh my God. Well, it's been an interesting day, an interesting night to say the least. Just wanted to say thanks to everybody who jumped in and bared with me here with all this technical issues in the beginning, but we got it sorted out. Everything kind of works, and I'm happy about that. And sorry about my bad playing with the Metallica song. I haven't played Metallica in a long time, but anyway, it's fun to try once in a while, and I promised Joe Hervey I would do that. So there you go. I keep my promises. Anyway, until next time, again, last week I said I would try to go live on Thursday or Friday afternoon, but I was having so many computer issues and stuff, I didn't get a chance to do that. So if I can this week, I will, and then I can cover a little bit more stuff. I'd like to do some stuff about the R6 and maybe do a few things with the Helix as far as some of the patches that I've been working on. And yeah, so I just want to make sure that we get all the content out to you that's of some value to you, and not just, same old, same old. And yeah, hope you guys had a fun night. And Soda, nice to see you. You're jumping in late, but that's okay. That's okay. Dogpa, how are you? Rick Hefner. So to those who are jumping in late, thanks for jumping in. And if you get a chance to watch the replay, absolutely do that. It's much appreciated. Thanks for watching the motorcycle video that I put in the middle of our show here. It was a little clip that I put together, and I hope you enjoyed it. And you got a chance to do some motorcycle riding through me. Little virtual motorcycle riding, right? Until next time, folks, next Monday, again, 7 o'clock Eastern, Monday Night Ramble. Hopefully the computer system doesn't blow up this time and everything works like it should. And if I can get a chance to go live again this week, I will do that. I will see you guys in some other chats around, I'm sure. So until next time, have a great night and a great week, folks. Thanks. And always live your passions. Life's short, so enjoy yourselves and live life to the fullest. No regrets, right? All right. Talk to you soon.